Alrighty guys, welcome. This is your host ID Jester. We are finishing setting up Cuba Libre here, just trying to make sure I have everything where it needs to go. The only space I'm considering here is Las Vegas. Should it be neutral? Control. Active support. Let's look under active supports. Piedad de Rio. Piedad de Rio. Active support. Active support. Passive support. La Habana. That's there. And Camagüey City. Okay, yeah, I thought, okay, it just seems a little weird. They have units here, but they don't have any support there. So, anyways, we're going to finish up. I posted on our Facebook group which faction people wanted me to play, and the majority wanted me to play the Directorio, the YOLO faction down here. So that's what we're going to do. So if you voted, thank you for voting. And if you're not part of our Facebook group, be sure to join it. Tack Up Wargaming. Yeah, finally back. Yes. I set this up last night and was rereading through the rules and stuff and was watching some videos on it. So got me inspired to play it again. So we are going to be playing as the Directorio. So thanks, Tony, for coming on out. And I'm sure if there's any problems or questions, Tony, my coin expert, he'll be able to help me out. In fact, I've got 2 coming in this week, Tony. Thanks a lot, buddy. You spent some more of my money. I decided to go ahead and break down and get a couple more of them. But you'll watch for those later this week. So I'm shuffling the deck up. What I'm going to do is I'm already using the short variant. So we're going to separate the cards into piles. All right. So we have equal piles. What I'm going to do is, I can't tell you which ones. You're going to have to wait for that. And what I'm going to do is remove 2 random ones. So not only does it make the game slightly shorter, but it also brings in some randomness to it. And then, of course, I'm going to take a propaganda, put it in there, and shuffle it up. And we're done. Take 2 random ones here. We'll take this one and this one out. We'll add a propaganda in there. You're here for me. All right, I appreciate that, my friend. Good episode yesterday with Herman Lutman. So that was great. Had a good time with him. Again, we'll remove 2 random ones. We're going to take the top and the bottom one, just because. Why not? We'll throw propaganda in there, and then we'll shuffle it up. But I got 2 more on order. So, I was on Amazon a little bit ago, and they were like, oh, there's only 1 left of this one. So that kind of forced me to buy it. Because I'm like, well, if I don't buy it now, I won't be able to get it later. All right, and... all right, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 cards. Give me a random number between 1 and 12, Tony. Random number. Give me two numbers between 1 and 12. This is number 1. This is number 12. Give me two numbers. So you can't say that I cheated. Two numbers between 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll wait on one more. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to take 7 and 4 out. Probably all the really good Directorio ones is what we just took out. So probably. All right, and we just shuffle these bad boys up. I will be playing as the Directorio. Thank you all for voting if you voted. If you didn't vote, be sure to join our ConSim World group and also our Facebook group, Tack Up Wargaming. So thanks to Tony for setting that up. All right, I think we are ready to rock and roll. I do have my rule book here. I should mention, I believe this is the second edition, right? Isn't this the second edition? Oh, I'm sorry. It's the third printing. Third printing, not the second printing. It's the third printing. So it's the third printing of Cuba Libre. All right. And so we have the rules of play with the setup, and hopefully if we run into any questions or problems, which we always do, we have that available. We have our random space and sequence of play sheet. We'll probably use that. We have our Directorio, so our faction information there. And then, of course, our non-player play aid for the 3 other factions. And so ours are Rally, March, Attack, and Terror. Subvert, Ambush, and Assassinate. So our victory condition is control population plus bases exceeds 9. So we need to get 10 or higher in the population to feel that we're the best. You see right now we only have control of this one little place, Caramgüey. Right there, that's all we have. And we have a couple units up here in Havana, which probably will get wiped out as soon as the government decides that they're a threat. So let's flip up our card and their next card. So map is the first card. Map is the first card. Government gets to go first, then the syndicate. So the government, U.S. training. Until propaganda, government may accompany limited ops with a free special activity, and they have government momentum. Until the propaganda, government may accompany limited ops with a free special activity. Well, that doesn't really help them, I don't believe, because as the computer, they always gets to take a limited op. Let's see if it has anything in here about the map. Map. All right, so the events. Choose the events unless ineffective or otherwise instructed below. Momentum. If any momentum event is in effect, choose ops and special activity instead. Blah, 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 blah. There's map. So all these, they want us to choose ops and special activity. So that's what we will do. So the government is going to choose an ops and a special activity right there. All right. So let's see what they like to do here. So they're not taking the event. Government bases or city lacks government control, troops, or police. Government base or city lacks government control, troops or police. And that would be yes, actually, because this area lacks police. I believe. Right. So government base or city. Oh, okay. No. That actually is a no, because the cities, there's 3 cities. Do they have control in the 3 cities? They do, yes. Do they have troops and police? Yes, yes, and yes. So, do they lack that? No, they do not lack that. So we move on. The 26th July or the DR are at our environmental centers, which is no. So we go to this one. Assault plus special activity would add government control or remove bases or 3+ guerrillas. I believe that would be a yes. Yeah, it's not a city, right. So, yeah, the first one was a government base or city, right? So if they had a base here, then that would take effect. But, whoa, get back here. That does not take effect. So, assault plus special activity would add government control or remove bases or 3 guerrillas. So they could assault here. Assault. Let's see. Add special activity before assault. The assault would be an airstrike. Yeah, that's not going to work either, to be honest, because if they can't airstrike out a city. That's a tough decision then. So they are going to assault plus special activity would add government control or remove bases. No. So they will sweep. Select spaces to activate underground 26. All right, so we will select Havana. We will select Santiago de Cuba. And I believe that's the only places they... Oh my gosh. These little pawns are going to drive me crazy if they keep falling over. So I believe these are the only 2 places they can sweep. So we're going to select spaces to activate underground July 26 or DR guerrillas. And they're going to do it at support first. So here and here. Havana and where cubes are ready. So it's just going to be those 2 spaces. So if they sweep, they can do an airstrike. But again, they can't airstrike their own areas. I don't think they can sweep anywhere else, can they? Select spaces to activate. Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be a... So they're going to activate. They can activate our units here. Right? And they're going to activate this one down here. So that way they can remove them next time. So they can assault them next time. So sweep, they would do an airstrike, but they can't because they're all in cities. So if they don't do that, then they're going to do reprisal at one government-controlled space. At guerrillas, in one government-controlled space. At guerrillas whose move would expose enemy bases without protecting another. To decrease most opposition towards neutral. Let me look at that rule in the book here because sometimes it gives me a little bit better information on the reprisal. I'm not understanding what the reprisal. Once I understand what they're trying to do, it makes it a little bit more easy for me. This is a government special action. Let's look up the government special actions here. So what are they trying to do with the government special actions? Non-player syndicate actions. Now we're looking for special actions. Non-player government. Train, garrison, sweep, assault. Where's the special activity? Huh. Of course, it's always like the first one is like the toughest one. Once you do it once, then it's like, oh, I know what they're trying to do, but I don't know what they're trying to do, to be honest, here with the reprisal. And why can't I find this stupid non-player syndicate actions? No. Non-player Directorio. Non-player government, but I don't train. Garrison. Sweep, assault. So they did a sweep. Let's see if it's under the sweep here. Let's see here. Sweep, select spaces to activate underground guerrillas. Also move up to the troops needed to activate all guerrillas able. And if not already government control, take control, but without losing government control of any. Oh, okay, so they can sweep, actually. Right, so I see. They want us to sweep here into Havana as well to activate this guy. So they're going to have to sweep with 3 units, I believe, because they have to have more, right? Okay. Also move up to the troops needed to activate all guerrillas to take control, but without losing government control. So they still have control of Havana, and now they have control of this area. Okay. Activate all guerrillas able in the above sweep spaces, starting with who's, blah, blah, blah. Then execute a special activity per 883. All right, where's 883? 883. Nope, that's garrison. We don't care. Oh, reprisal. Here's reprisal. All right. Execute reprisal to move a guerrilla when needed and able to expose and accompanying assault the base of any player who is at victory. Then July 26th. Then DR only, without preventing any adjacent bases from suffering assaults. Otherwise, execute reprisal to shift the highest population space with opposition. I'm still not sure what they're trying to do, but they're going to activate those 3 spaces. That's going to cost them 9 resources. No, that's going to cost them 2, 4, 6 resources. Sorry. So they're down to 9. And I don't know. Maybe Tony can help me. It says reprisal at 1 government-controlled space. All right. At guerrillas who move out would expose an enemy base without protecting another. I don't believe there's any. I guess if these guys move out, they would expose their base. Okay. So to decrease most opposition towards neutral within 1 or 2, move underground guerrillas. Move guerrillas to neutral or opposition. If none, transport. That's a tricky one. I'm not sure what they're trying to do with this. At guerrillas whose move out would expose an enemy base without protecting another. To decrease most opposition. But it's got to be a government-controlled space. So there is none. So they won't do reprisal. Actually, they will do a transport. From a city with government control, move troops above government control to... Look at the player aid for ops and specialization. This one? Okay, so that's a good idea, Tony. Good idea. Reprisal. So the purpose is to reduce opposition and displace guerrillas. But you can only do it in a government-controlled area. Oh, but the procedure, add a terror marker to the selected space and shift opposition level 1 towards neutral. Relocate one guerrilla from there to an adjacent space. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Jay, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right. You won yesterday with them. Good. Add a terror marker to the selected space and shift opposition one level towards neutral. So they could basically kick this guy out. But I don't think... you know what? They will do it, actually. They're going to kick this guy out, right? So if they activate this reprisal, unfortunately, which is good, actually, because it shifts it one towards neutral, but it's already at neutral, so it won't shift. So they can activate this guy and then kick him out. It's the way I'm reading it. So hopefully that's the way it should be played. If not, oh well, we'll learn the next time. All right, so that was the them guys. The Syndicate, are they going to play this? Replace a cube with 2 guerrillas. That's interesting. Let's see if the old Syndicate might want to play this event. This is map. No, actually it says choose ops and special activity. Okay. So they are also going to do a ops with the limited activity. Let's see what the old Syndicate wants to do. That's the way I understand it. Okay, I think we got that right. So they want to activate them, and then they want to basically kick them out of wherever they own control so that they can't cause problems. That's what I'm reading that as. Okay, so the Syndicate is not doing the event. Syndicate could add guerrillas where casinos have none. Yes, absolutely. So they will absolutely do a rally. Place 1 guerrilla per space or any casino and no guerrillas. So they are going to activate here, they're going to activate here, and they're going to activate here. And they're going to place 1 guerrilla in each of those 3 locations. That was pretty simple. That's the way I like to see it. Nice and simple like that. And because they rallied, then they can profit. At 1 or 2 open casinos, okay, they can place 2 cash with Syndicate guerrillas. And their preferences are where Syndicate have no cash and where there are no enemies. So they're going to take these little cash markers. And there's no enemies here, so this guy is going to grab 1. And then there are enemies in those 2 locations, so we're going to roll 50-50. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to go down here. So this guy, where's our little marker? Here it is. So he's going to grab some cash as well. Unfortunately, it could be a little dangerous with a whole bunch of guys there. So, oh well. All right, so that is 1 down, 1 to go. All right, so these guys are now ineligible, and it's our turn. Yay! All right. Let's see what's on deck. We're last again. Look at this. We're last. We're second last, and we're last again. This is not a great start. All right, Guatemala Bay. Guatemala Bay. So first person would be the July 26th faction. Oh, right. Don't forget the cost. Don't forget the cost. Don't forget the cost. The cost, righto. It's going to cost some cashola to do this rallying. 1 per space, so they did it in 3 spaces, so that is 1, 2, 3. So yes, thank you, Tony. Don't forget the cost. So Guatemala Bay. Let's see, will the July 26th, they want to do anything with Guatemala Bay? I don't see it on the list. Let's see, what does it actually do? Base personalized target. July 26th may kidnap in Sierra Mastara as if it's a city. Well, Sierra Mastara. Where is the? That's right here, I think. No, that's La Habana. It's over here. Okay, so they can kidnap in there as if it was a city, but there's nobody there to kidnap. So they are not going to do this event. So they are going to do an ops with a special activity. Oh, they always play momentum? But it's a government momentum. Oh, you think the government would have? Well, see, under government, it says a momentum. If any momentum event is in effect, choose ops and special activities, and then it lists all of them. And then it says choose ops and special activity. Oh, okay, yeah, right. If it's an insurgent capability, yeah, this is a government. Oh, they always play momentum, I think. Insurgent capability. Okay, let's look. Sure, I am more than happy to listen to anybody because who knows. So they will event. They will play unshaded event unless they're second eligible or DR player or it's ineffective. So Guatemala Bay, base personnel are targeted. July 26th may kidnap. Yeah, so it's ineffective event. So they can't kidnap anybody because there's nobody here. So they would not do the event. So they're going to do just a special activity. Let's see what they can do. July 26th terror could kidnap, sabotage, or shift their terror. They need an underground guerrilla, which they do, but they don't have anyone there, so they cannot do this. They're going to go to, is there 6+ guerrillas available? There is. I believe they're going to rally. Because they can't do a terror because everybody's been activated. Where there's units, so they can't do a terror. So I think they're going to rally, and they are going to flip guerrillas underground where they're all active. Okay, so they're going to try to get these guys back. Place guerrillas at bases where there are guerrillas or one random space. So they'll do those 2 and then they're going to do one more and it's going to be a random space. Yeah, they're going to rally here and they're going to rally here. And then one more random space. So we need a green and a yellow. That's what we need. And a 54. 54 says Cuba, Santiago de Cuba, which is the city. which that sounds good to them actually, right? So, so here they're going to flip back underground. Here they're going to flip back underground. And then here they're going to place a unit. All right. That was a rally, so then they're going to try to infiltrate. To replace or remove cubes. Hey, Thoroughford, what's going on, buddy? In any one space. At no support or at or adjacent to underground 26 July guerrilla. In one space, at or adjacent to an underground July 26 guerrilla. To replace or remove cubes. All right, so they are going to actually go to, I believe, they're going to try to infiltrate into this area right there. That would be my guess. To remove or replace cubes. So they're going to do it in one space at no support or at or adjacent to an underground 26 July guerrilla. So they could go here. Oh, you know what? They got, but their number one thing is to go to the EC. So they're going to go to the EC. So either this guy goes to the EC there, or this guy goes. So again, we're going to do a 50-50. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they will actually. He's gonna go. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go there, I guess, is what he decides. And that is their orders. So they're going to rally and then infiltrate, and I think we're done. Boom, done. All right. So our turn. Hey, we finally get to go. So we can either do a limited ops, right? Or the event, which again, the event isn't going to do anything for us. Or we can wait till the next card, but the next card we go last again, so that's not going to help us. We could, yeah, we're going to have to take a limited ops. So our options are, with our limited ops, we can try to rally to recover friendly forces. We can march to move guerrillas. We can attack to eliminate enemy forces, and we can cause terror, neutralize support, and economic advantage. I think so to rally we need to be in a neutral or passive province or city. This is not passive, it's active, so we can't rally there. So that's not going to help. So rallying is probably not going to help. March, we can move guerrillas. We could try to move them out of the city into here. I think what we want to do is actually, if we rally, we could rally here. We could try to build up a stronghold there. We can only do it in one area, though. We can't attack because both of our guys are active. Try to establish as soon as possible a base in Las Vegas or Oriente. Yeah. Yeah. So if we rally, it's going to take us a while to rally there, isn't it? And we only get one. We only get one because we're limited operations. This is not a great start for us. Last on this card, second last on this one, and last on that one. Not great. I told you guys, you took all of our good ones. Maybe in Las Vegas, the government has to retreat its troop during propaganda, and then the province will be yours. Assuming they don't build a base, which they could do here any second. Oh, we forgot to pay for... We forgot to pay for the July 26th, right? We forgot to pay for them. So they rallied in 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So it cost them 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. Almost forgot. Got to remember to pay for these resources. No wonder I never win. It's because I never make the enemy pay. So I think we're going to rally. We're going to have to rally. Now the question is, do we rally here? I think it's only going to give us one dude. It's only going to give us one dude. And we can't do any special activities, so we're kind of screwed all the way around. Or we could try to turn these guys. What can we turn them guys back into? Instead, you may either place guerrillas up to population plus bases or flip. Oh, but you need a base there to rally. You need a base, which we don't have. So yeah, we're gonna rally there. Woohoo! Great job. Yeah, we're just gonna rally here for now. There's nothing we can do. All right. So we finally get to take a turn, and we got one little space. That's all. That's just crazy. All right, so let's see what this event is. Oh my gosh, we got an early propaganda coming up. We only got to take one freaking limited operation before the propaganda came up. This is bad. All right. So this is Lazabaraz. Oop. Let's see. Government. Government, do you want to do anything with this Las Baraz? No, it doesn't look like it. Remove one July 26 base and give them -3 resources. So we could remove the base and have them lose 3 resources. Event. Play shaded unless second eligible and syndicate player or momentum in effect or ineffective. So they will play the event, actually, I believe, because it's actually, they get to remove a base and they get to have them lose 3 resources. And that means the syndicate gets to do their special craziness here. All right, syndicate could add guerrillas where casinos have none. No, everyone where there's a casino, there's a rebel. Syndicate would march to an empty EC. Yes, they could actually march into there. Right? They could march into there. The Syndicate, I think, is the most complex faction. They are definitely the most... they're kind of your neutral. They just want to get along with everyone. They don't want to try to screw everyone over. And they just build up automatically. And then they're going to take over at the end of the game for sure. I think they're going to march into this EC right here. So they're going to march to each empty EC with 1 guerrilla from where there's the most syndicate guerrillas or where there are no open casinos. If the next propaganda card will be final. No, it's not. Okay. So it's going to be either they're going to march from here or here. Let's go even or odd. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to march with this guy right there. Right? They're going to march with him. And they're not adjacent to any other ECs because we just basically started the game. And then they can profit. Place up to 2 cash with syndicate guerrillas where syndicate has no cash and where there are no enemies. Unfortunately, so this guy's going to move up there. which is, I don't know how that works out when we have two guys in there, but we'll have to see that. And then place up to 2 cache markers. Well, everyone's got a cache marker except for this guy, so they're only going to place 1 cache marker there. And that costs them 1 resource. Okay, well, boom, 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 chugga, 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 boom. And we're on to the propaganda. We're our 4th. Hey, we get to go first next time. All right. So let's do this in step here. Propaganda. All right. So victory. Nobody's at victory. We know that. We can move on. All right. Resources. Sabotage, government, insurgent, skim, and cash. All right. So we do need to look at that. All right. So sabotage. Environmental centers where July 26 plus guerrillas exceed cubes. Then adjust resources. Okay, so we're going to sabotage. I don't know, is there a marker for that? I don't think so, because it just goes away right immediately, doesn't it? Oh, it does say sabotage. So this is sabotaged. All right, so government, add the econ value of unsabotage, which is 8 plus aid. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they're going to add 20 plus 9. They're going to be at 29. July 26th, they get to add resources equal to the number of the bases. They have 0 bases on the map, so they get nothing. Directorio, add to the number of spaces. So we have 2, we're in 2 spaces, so we get 2 resources. Yay for us. Go, go us. Opposite of terror. Yeah. Sabotage is the opposite of terror. Syndicate, add the population of each city and econ of each unsabotaged EC, where syndicate guerrillas outnumber police plus twice the number of open casinos. Add the population of each city and econ of each unsabotaged EC. Well, this one's sabotaged, so they moved in there. I guess that was kind of a dumb move, because they got to sabotage it before we get to get the value of it. Add the population of each city and econ with each unsabotaged econ where syndicate guerrillas outnumber police plus twice the number of open casinos. Where syndicate guerrillas outnumber police, that would be here. Plus twice the number of the open casinos. Oh, that's got to be bad wording on that, doesn't that? That's got to be bad wording. Do you add the value of the casinos afterwards? It's got to be. Syndicate. The population of each city and the economic value of each unsabotaged EC, where guerrillas outnumber police, plus twice the number of open casinos. Okay, I see. Okay, all right. So population of each city and econ of each unsabotaged, where the syndicate guerrillas outnumber police. So they're there, but that's sabotage, so that doesn't count. They're there, but the police outnumber them, so that doesn't count. But here it will count. That is 1. They get 1 plus twice the number of open casinos. They have 1, 2, 3. So twice that would be 6 plus 1, 7. 7 and 11 is 18. So they're going to go up to 18. Okay. The skim. For each space with an open casino, the casino transfers 2 resources to the controlling faction if other than the syndicate. If the Santo insurgent capability is in fact, which it's not. Okay, so any space where there's open casino, the syndicate transfers 2 resources to the controlling faction. Okay, so here, nothing. Here, controlling faction actually is going to be the government here because they have 3-2. So the government controls this area. So the government's going to get 2 resources. They're going to go up to 31. They're going to go down to 16. And then, again, they control this area. So we're going to lose, syndicate's going to lose 2. Government's going to go up to 33. Okay. That's a skim. Cash deposit, July 26. Then Directorio, then the government, and then the syndicate. Remove any cash tokens that they own, selecting to receive for each marker either an available base or open casino or 6 resources. Does it have to be in that location? At the cash location within stacking limits. Syndicate may instead open a close casino at the location. Bases placed by our casinos open at this point can... Okay, so what happens if you're in the EC? You can't put a casino in the EC. Does it move? Do you just lose it? All right, so what they're going to do is they're going to cash this one out for 6 resources. So they're going to go from 14 to 20. Then they're going to cash this one for an open casino. And then they're going to cast this one for another open casino because they want to get as many open casinos as they can. And now that they've got 2 in each area, they have control of those. Okay. Okay, the U.S. alliance is tested and aid adjusted according to its level. Then the government in July 26 may spend resources to effect. Okay, so U.S. alliance track. All right, the U.S. support is 18 or less. If total support is 18 or less, total support is 16. So yes, it is less than 18. Degrade the U.S. alliance 1 box downwards, so it's going to go down there. And reduce aid by 10. But I don't think that happens the first time. You do that the next time. When this moves down, then you lose 10. And then when it moves down again, you lose another 10. From the video that I watched, that's the way they did it. So that's the way I'm doing it. All right. The U.S. ships, arms, and trains the Cuban Army. Coin operations cost 2 resources. Okay, civil actions. The government may spend any number of resources to build support in government-controlled cities or provinces that have both troops and police. We don't have to move yet, huh? No, not yet. Okay, so they can build support. Yeah, Las Vegas is they're gonna go away here shortly, aren't they? They are. It costs what? How much does it cost? Every 4 resources spent removes 1 terror marker, or once no terror markers left, shifts it 1 level towards active support. So yeah, they want to do so. They got plenty of resources, so they're going to switch this. That's 4, and then this is 8, and this is 12. So 12 from 31 is, or 33. 12 from 33 is 21. So that's those. And then they're going to spend 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're down to 17. And that pretty much puts them at active support in a whole bunch of areas. All right, next. Agitation. These guys can do the same thing, but they already have it, and they're not anywhere else, so they can't. The Directorio may now freely rally in one space with either active support, with neither active support nor active operation, nor controlled by any faction other, nor control by any faction other than the DR. It may be uncontrolled. So I get a free rally. Well, I think we're going to rally in Oriente, right? We get the rally. It's 2 guys, isn't it? No, I think it's one. Is it 1 guy or 2 guys? Good question. Our free rally. Place 1 gorilla. Yeah, so it's just 1, but we can do it there because nobody has control of it. Okay. If this propaganda round is final, then check for that. Okay, redeploy. The government relocates its forces as found. The government may move any police to any EC or government-controlled space. So they can move police there. Yeah, I think they want to do that, don't they? I think they want to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7. So they could move. They could move a police there, and they could move a police from here to here. The reason they would want to do that is because once these guys go away, they still have a foothold in there, right? Oh, and they also would like to get rid of these yahoos over here. They can actually move 2 police in there. Is that what they want to do? Sounds good. The government must move any troops in EC or in provinces without government bases or government-controlled space to either cities or government bases. Yeah, so they're going to move out their troops. And they'll move a couple there. They'll put 2 guys there, and maybe another guy over there. But the only time you can move police is during this phase. So they want to move the police there, so they still have. So he's still going to have control, I believe. And then they can move troops or they can shuffle their troops around between the cities if they wanted to. All right, finally the refeds. Mark all factions eligible, which we will do. Remove terror markers or sabotage markers, so that goes away. Place any government momentum cards, which we have none. Football guerrillas to underground. So our guys live in Havana, and they go back underground now. Woohoo! Everyone's flipped under. Okay, good. And then play the next card from the deck. All right, here we go. That was 1 campaign. Here we go. All righty. So, it's our turn. Yes, finally. We got 1 limited option so far. We've been playing for what? 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and we had 1 limited operation so far. But now, Replace a non-DR, non-casino piece within one space of Las Vegas with 2 DR gorillas. I think this is Las Vegas. No, that's not Las Vegas. This is Las Vegas. Right. Replace a non-DR, so non-Directorio, non-casino piece within one space of Las Vegas with 2 gorillas. Well, guess what? I think we're going to take this piece and replace it with 2 gorillas. Whoa, that worked out pretty good, huh? That was pretty good. We got in there, we took it over, and we got rid of that police. So now, nothing they can do. Nothing they can do. All right, so that was us. We did the event. Means the syndicate gets to do their special craziness. All right. They are definitely going to rally again. Yes, boys, they're going to rally again because they have casino right there without protection. This guy's protected. That's not protected. Place a gorilla per space where any casino and no gorillas. Okay, so that'll take one of their guys. Place it there. All right, and then they can profit. Place up to two cash markers. So they are going to start their cashing in again. And they would prefer to do it where there's no enemies. There is enemies everywhere. Where Syndicate has no cash and where there are no enemies, but can't do that. So they're going to have to make a choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh, really? Okay. So they're going to place this over here. All right, so that is our turn done. Boom. Now we move on. We have the government starting first, followed by, it's going to be the July 26th. Or the government can wait and go first in that one. But Bautista flees. U.S. forces dictator out. Government resources -10. Select and remove a die roll of troops. U.S. alliance box up 1. Add 10. Aid plus 10, and the government redeploys as in a propaganda round. Well, that's a crazy, crazy, crazy card. What are they going to do with Bautista flees? They would not play this because it's not a shaded, first of all. I don't think they would play this. Now the question is, would they wait because they're number 1 on this card? So the question is, would they wait? Or would they just take their action? 8-1 and 8-4. Let me look at 8-1 and 8-4. We'll find out if 8-1 and 8-4 say anything about. Hmm. Government momentum. There is no government momentum. I think they will wait to get the government momentum. So I'm pretty sure it's probably going to tell you if they can't do anything with this card and they can get a momentum on the next card, they would wait. So let's go that. So they're going to pass, which means the July 26th could actually activate this event, but event is Bautista flees. Yeah, here's all their events they would play, but Bautista flees is not part of it. Would they play the event? It says play the event, unshaded event. U.S. forces dictator out. Bautista. I think he was Bautista. I think he was Arlie. I think he was part of the Directorio, right? So if the July 26 plays this, the government resources go down 10. You remove a die roll worth of troops. The U.S. alliance one box up. So the U.S. feels better about them. They add 10 to the aid. The government redeploys, as in the propaganda round. That's... They could remove 4 troops, though, which would severely wound them. All right, so they're going to play the event. Why not? They're going to play the event. So let's do this in step. Government resources minus 10. So they are at 17. They are down to 7? Wow. Okay. Select and remove a die roll of troops. So 5 troops. Yeah, so this could be really easy. They could completely wipe out Camagüey. They could remove the 3 troops here as well. I think they're going to do that. They're going to remove those 3 and these 2. That's 5 troops. Boy, if they would have got 6, they could have removed... They could have really wounded them badly. U.S. Alliance box does go up 1, though, so their stuff is a little bit cheaper now. The aid goes up 10. So the aid actually goes up to 25 aid. And the government then redeploys their units. But they can... So they can redeploy... Let's see, they need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need 6. 2, 4, 6. They can only redeploy 3 guys. Which means if we activate, we could severely wound these guys if we wanted to. And then they can redistribute their police force, but I think they're not going to do that. So that's that. Slide everyone back over. Oh, look at this. Government, 3 in a row, they get number 1. Wow. All right, so they are going to take this. Effective Army Commander. This is, until the next propaganda, treat assaults as in mountains as cities. So if they assault these spaces, It will be a 1 for 1 instead of a 1 for 2. So normally every 2 would remove 1 because they're in the mountains. So, okay. So we'll leave this out there to remind us. And now that they have this event, Sanchez Mosquero. Mosquero? Alright, so whenever they have this, they're going to try to assault to remove the 26th July base or 4 guerrillas from mountain spaces. So they're going to try to assault now since this is active. Alright. So that is that. We're next on the list, so I guess we will. So they play the event, so we'll get a full action. We'll finally get to do something. Holy cow. And I think what we want to do is rally, boys. We want to rally. If we can get some... Oh, they could try to mountain us here as well, if they can get some units there. But if we get some... 1, 2, 3. We're going to rally here, here, and here. So we can start putting some bases out. So that costs us 3. We have 6, so we're down to 3. Now, after we rally, we want to subvert. Any DR control. Oh, yeah. We own control. We have control now. Get out of here, government. We own control now. And we have control here as well. Look at us go. Look at us go. We got control of 3 areas now. Subvert. Add the selected province's population value to directorial resources and set the space to neutral. All right, we will do that. We will, obviously, we'll use this one. So we will get 2 resources back. We're back up to 5, and we'll set it to neutral, which helps us because we like neutral areas. We don't like them active. That's bad for us. All right, so then we're done. And it's up to those guys. Let's see what's next on the list. So it'd be El Rago Cantillo. Select a space with troops. A faction free marches all its guerrillas out. Then flips them underground. Nope, not really a great. That would be an ineffective event. So the July 26th would not do that. So they will do an ops. So let's see what the July 26th will try to do. Could Terra could kidnap, subjugate, or shift? Yes, I believe so. They can go after this marker right here. They go after that cache marker. Oh yeah, I think they could definitely do. Oh, we gotta take these off, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Thanks everyone for coming out and checking this. So I think they want to go after that marker there and maybe even there. If they do terror. Terror could kidnap, subjugate, or shift. let's see what. Let's see. This is their terror option. Okay. So the purpose is to neutralize support and economic advance. All right. Any space with underground guerrillas. Okay. One resource per province selected. Procedure. In each selected, activate one underground guerrilla. And if in a province or city, add a terror marker. And shift support opposition one level towards active support. If unsabotaged, EC place a sabotage marker. Okay. All right, so they're gonna terrorize the neighborhood, boys and girls. They're gonna terrorize the neighborhood. So they're gonna flip over. Oh, we'll get to him in a second. Let's go over here first. So he's gonna flip over. And he's going to put a terror marker here. Terror. And he's going to knock this from active support to passive support. And I haven't done a very good job of keeping track of these opposition and bases and total support and all this. From what I understand, you don't really need to keep track of that until the propaganda round anyways. The only one you do need to keep track of is the aid. All right. So that is terror for that area. This area, they can, if an unsabotaged EC, we can place a sabotage marker. So we will place a sabotage there. So that costs us 2 resources, so we're down to 2. And then after we terrorize, we're going to try to kidnap. We're going to take money from syndicate or government. We're going to, basically take the money from those guys and give it to us. A city, EC, or open casino space where... oh, wait. They cannot do that. Where the... And July 26th, guerrillas exceed police. They can't do that because there's 2 police there. Actually, damn, they might not be able to do this, actually. Now that I read the whole thing, it looks like they can only do that. They can still sabotage. They just can't take the money away. They can't kidnap because they don't outnumber the police. Yeah, they have to outnumber the police. No, here they don't outnumber the police either. So I don't think they can kidnap, actually. That's kind of... And they can't ambush. Because they have to attack to do that. And if they do terror, the only one they can do is a kidnap. So back to the original question. Let's see here. The original question was, could Terra kidnap, subjugate, or shift? Yes. Well, they can, because they can shift this. So they will do the terror action. They just won't be able to do the kidnap action. See, now this is interesting under special activities. It says kidnap in one space with a terror op. Oh, and July 26 guerrillas greater than police. No, so they don't have that. If none, no special activity. Okay, so they don't do their special activity. Which gives the syndicate their chance to do things, unless the syndicate wants to wait on this card. which is an insurgent capability, which means they might actually do that. Any underground syndicate guerrillas block the skim. Oh, really? Wow. So when people try to skim during the next propaganda round, 623. Let's see if they can prevent the skim from happening. Yeah. So during the propaganda round, they can prevent this skim from happening. Where they have to give up. Yeah, so they are going to actually pass. Which means they will get a resource. Then we will come back, and that will go there. And so then the syndicate will take their action, which is going to be Santiago Traficana Jr. We'll put him over there. Actually, is that like a thingy? I don't think so. I don't think it has like a. I don't think it has like a card, does it? No, I don't think so. Government control? No, government does not control that area. Syndicate control. Syndicate control there as well, actually. We're there, government there, we're there. July 26th is there, government is there. Okay, I think probably messing up a few things here and there, but you know what? We're just trying to get this done because, you know, I'm sure people will let us know if we did something wrong. Along the way, oh, this goes back over there. All right, so we are, oh, right. So he plays the event. Any underground syndicate guerrillas block. Oh, they have to be underground. Okay, so he wants to keep his guerrillas underground. Because then he won't have to pay the skim. That's interesting. I guess they would take this because it does help them. Let's see. What do they say? Where are these? I wish they, because the cards are such an important part of this game, I wish they would have put more emphasis on charting the cards and each of the factions and what they would do with the cards. This is not enough information, to be honest. I wish they would have spent more time creating better interactions for the actual cards. My thoughts. All right, so what are we doing? What's the card name? Where is it? It's Santo Traficana Jr. Yeah, he's not even on the list. So if this is in effect, Santiago Traficana Jr., choose Ops and Special Activity instead. So does that mean he would not choose that insurgency capability? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong team. I got it. All right, let's see. Maybe he's on this team. I was looking at the wrong guys. Santiago. Where are you, Santiago? Again, he's not even on the list. He's not even on the list of... Well, I'm playing it as it's an insurgent capability. They're going to take the event, so that's what I'm doing. Boom, done. Next, that would be us. We get an operation in a special activity. Well, we are going to freaking rally our asses off. right? We're going to rally our asses off. We're going to rally there. We're going to rally there. Do we want to rally here? Yes, we do. So it's going to cost us 3 resources. We're going to go from 5 to 2. We're running out of resources, but if this works, this could be huge for us. So we are going to actually remove 2, put a base. We're going to remove 2, put another base. And we're going to remove 2. We're going to put another base. Yes, it's wide open. Somebody can come in there and take it, but if we can rally again, we can get a whole bunch of guys to protect our bases. That's going to give us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would be up to 8. We need 2 more points, which means we need to get another area or another base out. How do we get 8 points? That's a good question. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need another something. There's no more 2-pointers. How do we get more points? We get population plus bases. 2. Oh, no. No, it's just population. We don't care about the neutrality. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How do we get 10? How do we get 10? Bastards. How do we get 10? All right, so that's us. We're done. Oh, wait. No, we're not done. Hang on a second. We get to do a special activity, which we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get 2 of those resources back. There we go. Now we're done. Okay. So, next card coming up would have been for us too. Wait, what? Oh, we could have got 5 resources. All right, who's up first? Would be the government, actually. Return from exile. Select a space with government control. Place a DR base there and set it to neutral. Select a space without... Oh, I'm sorry. Select a space without government control. Place a DR base there. Yeah, he wants to do this. No, I don't think he wants to do that. He doesn't want to put out one of our bases and then set the area to neutral. That's crazy. Okay, he will just do his regular op with special activity. Which he wants to do anyways because he can treat mountains as cities. So he probably wants to move out, boys. He's going to try to move out on us, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's coming after us. Right. If we have Sanchez Mosquero, assault to remove 26 July base or 4+ guerrillas from mountains. So you're going to try to assault. Add the special activity before the assault. Airstrike. As an active piece. Remove a base or close casino. Remove guerrillas. Remove guerrilla where cube. Remove... Add special activity before assault. That's crazy. They want to assault first and then do the airstrike. Assault 2. If syndicate player at victory, close casinos. Remove the most 26 July or DR bases. Take cash and remove the most guerrillas available. This is going to be an interesting one because he doesn't actually have a base there. He does have 3 guerrillas, but he does have our bases he could go after. So, because he can airstrike, he can remove a base. He would airstrike, I believe, unfortunately for us, because we don't have anyone protecting our base, he can airstrike that and remove our base. I believe he would do that. He would airstrike there, and then assault. Add special. He can't. He's got to sweep in there first. So yeah, so this is the whole problem. The whole question is because they have this event and they, until the next propaganda assault treats mountains as city, they want to try to do this, right? Which makes sense. But it says assault to remove 26 July bases or 4 or more guerrillas from mountains. Well, we only have 1 guerrilla to remove there. We have 3 guerrillas to move here, but sweep. So if he sweeps, right? So if he sweeps, if he sweeps, sweep. Where's your damn sweep? Sweep, 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 sweep. This is government sweep. Sweep. All right, if garrison conditions are not met and no July 26 or DR base nor a total of 3 or more guerrillas would be removed by assault, or a garrison operation was selected but none of its instructions could be executed, sweep space for up to 9 resources. Selecting select space to activate underground guerrillas. First at support, then at Havana, and then where there are already cubes, then elsewhere. Also move up to the troops needed to activate all guerrillas able, and if already government control, take control. So he's kind of screwed. He's kind of screwed himself. I mean, the AI has kind of screwed itself, from what I understand, because he wants to sweep into the mountains to do this activity. But if he does, he can only move 1 guy in there because he's got to try and keep control of this area. So if he was smart, he wouldn't actually do this, because what he needs to do is he needs to train and then transport. He needs to bring some guys on and then move them around before he can do this. So if we follow the flowchart, government base or city lacks government control. No. Troops. No. Or police. Yes, because this area doesn't actually have any police. So it would train. Until fewer than 4 cubes, place 4 cubes, police and troops, evenly as possibly, at cities and government bases where there is no government control, where there's no police, or there's no troops. So they're actually going to train, which makes more sense. Right? You can actually do that several times, right? So it costs them 2 per. So that, oh, well, 1, 2. So this is a problem because the AI will not let you go below 9 resources to do this. Well, that's what it says. Okay, so I guess it would not do it another one because it has to try and keep its resources. All right, so the trains, which it did do, now it'll transport up to 3 troops from a city with government control, and it's going to move these 3 troops probably somewhere. Oh, I lost control of this area. I lost control because he blew me up with his stupid airstrike. Probably he would probably come after us, unfortunately. So most troops above government control. 2, province with police, but no troops. So actually, he could bring them here where there's police but no troops. That is the number 1 priority for him. Oh, which reminds me, he doesn't blow up our base because he's not doing the assault airstrike. He's going to do this, which makes a lot more sense that you flow. Even though he's got this card out, it makes a lot more sense to do this. Yeah. If in doubt, play it as if you would do it if you were playing the AI. I mean, that's kind of why it's like the AI set up a certain way to do things, but sometimes it's not specific enough, and then you feel like you're getting off track and you're not following along with what it should be doing. So then you got to make up your own decisions on what it should do. And even though it's got this card out, which it wasted a turn to get this card out, and right now this card is sitting here doing nothing because we got to do these other things, which makes me think like, do this because you want to have this card. You didn't want to waste a turn to get this card for nothing. This is actually a capability, which makes me think that there should be a thing for that. Shouldn't there be a thing? Shouldn't there be like a card? An insurgency capability? Right? Because this is insurgent capability. Santos. I don't see a thing for it. Maybe, actually. What's this guy's last name? Oh, here he is right here. Santos. There we go. Boom. He does have a thing. So I guess we don't need to leave that there. We'll just put this back. What happened? What are we doing? Why is this card not flipped? This should be a flipped card, right? Which card are we doing for these guys? God damn it. Right, so because he didn't want to play the card, he's doing a special activity. Right. But this card should have been flipped. Sorry. When it happens in Labyrinth with the AI, just ignore it and play the best. All right, so I mean, all right, so you guys see my dilemma. So what they could do. So if you look at this, they could assault and then airstrike, right? If they airstrike, they're going to go after remove base or close casinos, remove casino or remove guerrillas where there's cubes, and remove enemies last guerrilla from a space. So if let me undo this. So I would take these 2 back. Let's take this back. What would you guys do? So would you assault? Would you try to use this ability? But see, you can only move one guy in there. And the thing is, they're all underground, which means you can't actually sweep them or assault them because you have to sweep them first. You would train. Okay. I mean, it makes more sense to me, right? It makes more sense to me that they would, hey, we need to get more resources out here. We need more guys. Now, after they train, right, they're going to transport. And the number one thing they would transport to is most troops above government control, which is going to be this area, of course. And they can move. I mean, it says their number one priority is to a province with police with no troops. Where active guerrillas exceed troops, remove enemy control and add government control. Right? So that's their priorities. But because they have this card out, I'm going to put them in the mountains. So that means they can either come after us or they can come after these guys. I think they would go after these guys as opposed to, because they want to remove as many guerrillas. That's why they want to do this. They want to remove as many guerrillas. We only have one guerrilla here, one guerrilla there, and one guerrilla there. But they have 3 guerrillas here, but there's no base. But they can take control away from this area, though, so that would help them as well. All right, so they did an operation of special activity. We're going to just go with it. Sorry if people disagree. I mean, there's a million things you could or could not do, so nobody ever, I think, can be right. So the second faction to operate is going to be July 26th. So now they get to do their thing. Right? They get to do their thing. Could they kidnap, sabotage? That's a good question. Could they? I think they want to rally. I think they want to rally. What I think they would do. Jester's got me wanting to play this. Hey, I would love to see you play this, man. So I can compare and see what your thought processes are as you play through each of these different cards. Yeah, I almost find it easier to just like ignore, right? Ignore these altogether and just go, okay, I'm playing July 26th faction. What would I do, right? Because that almost works better for me. If I was July 26th, I would try to rally, right? I would try to rally. Because I can get a base out. Because remember, it's July 26th. I'm only going to get guys out. I'm only going to get resources for every base I get out. So I'm going to risk it. Because, yes, there's 3 guys here. But I need to get some bases out. Because otherwise I'm not going to get any resources. So that's 1. I'm going to rally there. I'm going to rally here. And I'm going to rally here. Because I want to put this guy back underground. And I want to put this guy back underground. So that's my rally actions, right? So then I can... infiltrate in one space. I always play 400. Yeah, I think that might be. I keep switching back and forth because I'm like, they go through all the work to put these. They gotta work, you know. And so, but it just sometimes it drags the game down. So I'm gonna rally, and then after I rally, I can infiltrate. Lead troops or police to defect. All right. So a space without support, including an EC. Remove or replace one cube there. Police first with a guerrilla. So that's exactly what they want to do. Because they want to take this policeman, get him out of there, and they want to replace him with their guy. So now they can, because they want to get this cash off of the casino guy before the next propaganda comes. Right? That makes sense? Everyone agree with that one? Oh, they have remove or replace one cube there. So they rallied in 3 locations. So, but wait a minute. They only have, I can't remember if I took, I'm assuming I took their resources. I think I did take the resources, and I don't want to jip them. So that's it for those guys. All right, let's move on. It's going to take forever to play this game if we keep going this rate. All right, casino. What are you going to do? You could shift a city 1 level towards active opposition. 2 levels if a July 26 piece was there. Really? Oh, it's not their go. It's going to be green's turn. Right. Green doesn't care about the event. Green does not care about the event. In 2 spaces with a casino, open and close casino, or place 1 cash with a gorilla or a cube. Yeah, green doesn't care about, either one of these events. Ooh, now, will they wait for the next one, though? This is Herbert Matthews. 8 plus 10. Directorial resources, syndicate resources, or July 26 resources. Yeah, neither one of these are good for the syndicate. I don't even know why they would be that like that. So they could, in 2 spaces with a casino, they could open a closed casino, but none of them are closed, or place 1 cash with a gorilla, but they can do that anyways. So they're gonna take their, where are they? They're gonna take their op. So they have guys guarding all the casinos, so that's good. What do they need to do to get a new casino in? They need to build new casino. They need to construct. Build new casinos. Any city or province that neither the government nor the syndicate controls. Right here. 5 per space, so they're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources, and they're going to build a casino there because that's their. I mean, that's how they win, right? They're going to build. It's closed, right? So that'll stay closed. Oh, you can do it in multiple. Really? So, So they want to start expanding out? Probably. Well, they're going to put a casino there to try and screw me, so that's what they'll do. So another 5, so 16, down to 11. All right, so down to 11. So once they construct, they can try to bribe any one space. Syndicate resources -3, remove 2 cubes. Remove or flip 2 guerrillas, or remove an enemy base from the selected space. So they can't do that here yet, but they can start. Transfer any cash. They are actually going to use the muscle. So they're going to position troops or police to protect syndicate property. A space with an open. Oh, it's got to be an open casino, so they can't have. But you know what they might do? They could still do that, and they can protect their other assets over here. So. You know what they're going to do? They are going to... Boy, there's so many good decisions. But I think they're actually going to bribe. 1, 2... It's going to cost them 3. But what they're going to do is they're going to try to get me out of the city. So they're going to flip me so it'll be easier for the government to wipe me out. Then it'll be just them and the government. And they can get along with the government. So... Makes sense, and it hurts me in the long run for them. So, just use the AI as a guide, not a command. Common sense rules. Okay, I will try that. All right, so after them comes us. Which means, once again, we would just get a limited op, or we can play the event. The event... Yeah, the event does nothing for us. We can wait till this card, but we're last on this card as well, so that's not going to help us one bit either. Limited op, we are going to rally again. But with the rally option, we can actually get 3 guys in this one. It only costs us 1. And then we can actually get... no, because we don't get a special activity. Damn! But it's bases plus... 2 for the population plus bases, so we can actually just rally 3 guys right in there. Boom, we're done. All right, so that's us. Let's move on. Oh, propaganda coming up, and we might call it at the propaganda, guys, because we've been going for a little bit long here. So we'll do this, we'll do the propaganda, and then we'll call it an episode. So it's going to be, these guys get the last shot at it. The government gets to go first. They can add 10 to the aid, and then they can give us a little bit of resources and the syndicate a little bit of resources. Directorio 3 and the syndicate 5. That is going to be huge. They're going to do the event. The reason that is huge is the event can go from 25 to 35. And when we do the thing, right? When we do the propaganda round, they get resources equal to the aid plus the other stuff. Well, the aid is now at 30 freaking 5. So yeah, they will do that. They'll lose an action to do that. Directorio gets 3, so we get 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. And the syndicate gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which doesn't help either one of us very much. All right, and so you can, they will take their special activity and they will finish this up with a big bang here before the propaganda round, right? So they're going to try to do whatever they can right here at the end to see if they can steal some resources. If yeah, so they're going to try to, they have to do. Okay. So they're going to terror and kidnap. So they're going to terror and kidnap. They are going to... they're going to take the... Because they have more guerrillas than police, they can either take a die roll in resources or a cash marker. So they're going to do that. They're going to take away that. And for terror, they are going to terrorize here again, which makes sense. So it's going to cost them 1. It's going to cost them 2, so they'll be down to 0. But that's okay. They're going to get some resources for that. And they're going to put more terror. And then this shifts, is it 1 or 2? Activate 1 underground guerrilla. Add a terror marker and shift opposition 1 level. So this is at passive, so it goes to neutral. Cool. So they know the government can't win because they don't have control of this. And now there's 2 terror markers there, so if the government wants to try to get it back, it's going to cost them through the nose, which they don't have enough resources. But they will get resources here when we do the propaganda. All right, so we are at the propaganda. Boom. Let's do this propaganda, and we'll call it an episode. I appreciate Tony's help. I appreciate Chris. I appreciate your help a lot. Thank you very much, guys. Jay, thanks for coming back. We appreciate you. So thank you, guys. All right, let's do this propaganda nonsense and we'll be done. All right, so step number 1, check for victories. So, yeah, nobody's near victory. We know that, right? Everyone's been doing pretty good at screwing everyone else. Resources, sabotage. So we sabotage anywhere there is, but it's already sabotaged. There's nobody else there, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, government. So they get, watch this, 3, 4, 5, plus 35 is 40 resources. They're at 5, so they're going to go up to 45 resources. Yeah, that's why they wanted to play that card. Yeah, pretty crazy. July 26th only gets resources equal to the number of base, so they have to do a better job of getting their bases out because they're only going to get 1 stinking resource. That's not good. July 26th, not doing very good. Directorio, we get 1 for each space. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 and 4 is 10. We're doing okay resource-wise. Syndicate, add the population of... Oh, right, and they don't get the skim either, right? Because of this, right? Yeah. So that's going to be good for them. All right, and this is going to go away because... That is just a momentum card. Okay, so the population of each city and econ of each unsabotaged econ where syndicate guerrillas outnumber police. Again, here, which is 1. They don't outnumber the police. There's equal number there, so they don't outnumber the police, so there's no value there. Here there's 1, no, and here there's 1. So they only get 1 point for this area. And then they get twice the number of open casinos. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 and 13 is 24. They're going to go up to 24. The skim. Nobody gets a skim. That's why they played this. Right. So nobody gets a skim. Cash. Actually, hang on a second. There is... Hang on a second. Hang on. Hang on. Let me look at that card because I think there's something... They have to have... Any underground syndicate guerrillas block the skim. Right, so that's why, yeah, they have everyone where they have an open casino, they have an underground, right? So that's a, you do need to have them underground. So if this guy was, you know, active, then they could still get the skim. So so no one can skim. Cash, any faction, right? So now we do the, so this guy is going to turn this into a base, and now we're in trouble because. And I think it's an open base. Isn't it an open base? I'm pretty sure it's an open base. Yeah, open casino. That's what I meant. Open casino. So you can trade that in for an open casino. And then you can trade this in for 6 resources, which he desperately needs. 6 plus 1 is 7. So he is coming back a little bit. All right, if total support is 18 or less, so the government actually has 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They actually have 18 support. If the total support is 18 or less, oh, so they didn't make it by 1 point. They needed, because the July 26th got that last terror action here and moved that to neutral, they are now down to 18 or less. They get to degrade it, so that goes down. And drop aid by 10. But again, I think that is just... All right. Aid. 35.25. I might have done that wrong to begin with. I think I did do that wrong the first time. So they would actually be at 15, which means they would lose 10 resources, so they're down to 35. I think I did that wrong the first time. I think you do lose that aid, but you don't lose the resources. All right, I might have been wrong. Let me know if you think. All right, so that's it. Civil actions, they don't need to do it there. They have to have control of the area. They don't need to do it there. They do need to do it here, but they're not because there's 2 terror markers. And actually, this is interesting. They actually have control of this area, which means they could spend 4, 8, 12. They could spend 16 resources to make this 16 and 35. 10, 15, 16. They can knock that down all the way there, and they can go from active opposition to active support. Because they actually have control of that area. July 26th, they can't do anything. They need to get more guys out, and they need to get more bases out. For sure. These guys will all reset here in a second. Civil actions are done. Agitation is done. Directorio, that's us. We get a free rally. Yes, we get a free rally. Go us. I wonder, do we want to try to come over and steal some of these casino things? We do have to be careful because they do have 8 open casinos, or they have 8 casinos on the board. If they can get these 2 to be active and get up to 31 resources, they could win. So Syndicate's doing pretty good. So I'm thinking about going here because, well, that would get us to a new area. But we can come over here. We could try to start closing some casinos. Although if we come here, we could just knock that casino out. I think we're going to come here. I think that's what we're going to do. I actually, guys, for you guys to know, you weren't here in the beginning. I just ordered 2 new coin games coming this week. So be sure to watch for our live stream on that. 2 new ones coming this week. So probably hope to finish this up maybe tonight or tomorrow. And then, yeah. I'm hoping to get Fire in the Lake up next. That would be nice. Although I don't want to just get burned out on coins. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping to do something else in between Cuba Libre and Fire in the Lake. I'm hoping. But you know how I'm like a squirrel. You send me in one direction. Who knows what's going to happen. But yeah. Syndicate's very close to winning. They had a few more resources they could possibly win. I mean, if you could pop up the next card, it could be a propaganda. You know, maybe 2 or 3 cards down. Liberty or Death and All Bridges Burning are Jay's guess. I might post on our Facebook group and ask people and see which 2 they thought I ordered. I will tell you the ones I own. I own Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 8, which is Pendragon. Those are the ones I own. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. So that's 5 of them. Yeah, Tech Up group, yeah. I'll post it. I'll post the question, and we'll get to see who's right on it. So yeah, let me finish this up, and then we can chat for a second, and then we'll call it an episode. So we get our free rally, which we're going to go there. Oh wait, it has to be. Wait, yeah, okay, because it's in passive. That's fine. This isn't the final round. Redeploy for the government. Which means, oh, wow, that's going to suck for the government. But they're going to have to move everyone back. And I think they're going to move everyone in there, which means they lose control of that area. But they did get the support while they were there. And then they can freely distribute their police if they wanted to, which they are going to. They need to do something about this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to move this guy back down in here because, oh good lord, they need to just start killing these guys in there because it's going to cost them 3 police. Wow. All right, they'll risk it. They'll bring another police down there. That's fine. All right, this goes away. The terror markers go away. Everyone flips. I can't believe they haven't killed these guys yet, which is amazing. And the government almost lost both of these cities at one point, so that would have been super interesting to see as well. So that's halfway through. I think next time we're going to go a lot faster because I'm not going to mess around. I don't think I'm going to mess around with this flowchart stuff. I think I'm just going to go straight in, guns a-blazing, make mistakes or whatever we do. Herman's face when he realized the MI5 mission was on him. Yeah, that was great. That was excellent. I loved it. It was, I hope we weren't giving away any secrets or anything that he didn't want to get out yet. Our goal wasn't to kind of do that, but we wanted to show him we weren't just a bunch of yahoos. We wanted to show him we actually know what we're talking about. We actually know what we're talking about. Mostly Ruff knows what he's talking about. So that was really good. That's halfway through the game, folks. And we've only gone through... We got a lot of cards to go through. So the next 2 could take a while. But there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Chris, Jay, of course, Tony. Thank you guys for all your help, your comments, your suggestions. I will post. I'll post a poll on our Facebook group and on our ComSim World group. We'll see. I'll be getting these in, I believe, on Wednesday. So if they get here, hopefully Wednesday night we'll have a little unboxing. And we'll find out if anybody guessed correctly. Yeah, I mean, you know, after the live stream, we got an email. Herman sent us an email and basically said he had a great time and thanks a lot for having him. And he was a really, really nice guy. I loved it. And so we're going to try and have him back again. So it'll be fun. And, you know, I think he all took it in good fun as well. And I told him that before we even got together. We usually get together about 10 or 15 minutes before we start. And I basically told him, I said, don't take anything we do serious. We're just here to have fun. And you know what he said? That's the number one goal. It's just to have fun. We're playing games. Let's have fun. So I said, we're just going to goof off, have fun, and we're, you know, don't take anything too serious. So he was all on board with that, and that's the way we like it. So really liked our episode with him. We should play this live stream. We should play this live stream. Yeah, there's some behind the scenes. Yeah, of course there is. Just to want to know about your ice hockey game. To be honest, I just started working on it again. So, yeah, I might be putting something out for that if I can ever find time to work on that, do this and everything else all at the same time. Yeah, I actually was working on it last night. Oh, me and you play? Yeah, love to, Tony. Love to. Yeah, I'll finish this up, and then we can do a thing. Me and you do a live stream. We can schedule it for like Tuesday night or whatever. Whatever night you're not too busy with your other people now. You know, I wouldn't want to take you away from them. But I got Tony hooked. He's ready to play again, so that's good because he got me hooked to begin with. So. All right, guys. Yeah, send me an email, Tony. Just let me know, you know, if you want to schedule it. We can post some messages online and let people know we're going to give it a whirl. And yeah, it sounds like fun. Yeah, we'll definitely do it. Love it. Love to. In fact, if you know somebody else, we get a third or fourth person. That would even be super cool. Yeah, guys, have a good night. Yeah, for sure. Chris, Tony, Jay, everyone else that came by. Appreciate it. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.